The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, always is your man, Ruben, in the house tonight. And of course, always with me is my man, Mo B.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, it's a little dark over there, bro.
Eh,
Kind of scared me a little
trying to keep a low profile, man.
bit. That's what we're doing. Got you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, it is Memorial Day weekend, and, it's a federal holiday. It's good stuff. They always observe it. It's weird because normally it's the last Monday in May, but I've always thought because it's weird because the 31st is next Sunday. At first, for some reason, I thought it was based on that Sunday, but clearly not.
No,
It's the last
always
Monday.
based on the Monday.
Yeah. So, the reason for Memorial Day is to mourn and honor the military personnel who died while serving in the armed forces, whether in wars or just doing things, that they do. They called it Decoration Day back in the day. It was established in 1868. So this has been going on for a very, very long time. It's to decorate the graves of the fallen soldiers. So, after World War I, it was just for that, and then they expanded it to everything. So, because it falls on at the end of a long 3-day weekend, because tomorrow is Memorial Day. It's just Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people got it off. A lot of people don't. Good, bad, indifferent, depending on how you feel. It's usually widely celebrated with parades and barbecues and outdoor travel. So pretty much this is the tomorrow will be technically the unofficial start of backyard cookouts and hanging out with family and just more or less, as the young kids say, be it outside. Right? So today we usually, on this show, we talk about a lot of different things. We love music. We all talk about music. We talk about it quite a bit. We haven't talked about it in a minute. And last year, we actually did a show on the best cookout music, that sort of thing. It was in the end of July. Don't have the episode in front of me, but hey, this gives you a reason to go back and watch our archives and listen to what it did. And also, we actually put together a Spotify playlist for that as well. So just put 5-Minute Warning in your search and you'll find it. So this time we decided, hey, it's almost time, so let's talk about it. But we decided to do it a different way. All right. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about, all right, of all the people who made those jams in the past that we all know and love, whether it be regular jams or summer jams or whatever, right? Who of those people today, could make a summer jam that would be banging for today? So I'm very interested in, what we come up with. But before we get into that, I definitely want to shout out JTD Creations. Once again, they make our t-shirts. They do shirts, cups, the whole nine. Hit them up on the Facebook page for JTD Creations. Holler at them if you need shirts for your family reunion or stuff like that. They're good people. They take care of business. They take care of us. So with that being said, Moby, it's on you, man. Like, who do you think could come out with a summer jam today, and it would be dope. And
You
why?
want my honest answer, or do you want like the joyful, hopeful answer? Because I feel like you want a joyful, hopeful answer, and
Give me both of them. How about that? Start with the one that your honest answer, and then give me the joyful one. Because I'm probably gonna like the joyful one better. So just go ahead and hit me with a real first, and then we'll think about what could have been.
okay. So the honest answer is nobody, because we're not in a. All those cookout classic songs that you have something in common, and that common thing is that like they were um universal fan bases where young and old people like the fan base alike. You can't name any artist right now that has that appeal. The ones that did are dead.
Okay.
So
I
truthfully,
don't think
nobody.
all of
Like,
them are dead, but
I think
okay.
the only, well, no, I'm just saying the ones that today still would have a pretty wide, various base of fan base ain't really relevant enough to make music that are still alive. So no, I don't think anybody, like the only person that could, and I guess that person technically has a cookout jam at her disposal, would be Beyonce. She's
Which
probably
cookout
the only
jam would
one.
that be?
When she remade the Frankie the Maze and Frankie Beverly song, like that's a cookout classic.
Okay. I'm here's ignorant Ruben here because I am
Before I
not
let
part of the
go,
Beehive.
before I let
She
go.
remade that.
Yep. Oh my god, yeah, she did, and it was huge.
Uh, I'm not a Beyonce follower, so I mean the only reason I even know about Lemonade is because God knows everybody, their grandma and the kids' grandma down the street was talking about it. Like I don't think I realized she did it, and if she did, it wasn't enough to really hit my radar to a point where I'm just like, okay, this is a jam.
Bro, I don't know how you couldn't have heard it, because it was it's big. And matter of fact, now that's the only version of the song I ever hear played. It was played last night at a concert I was at. Like, and it's the only version they play of it now, which
Really?
good, bad, and different. I mean, look, it's a.
Is it better than Maze and Frankie Beverly's?
I mean, it's
Be
not
real.
even that it's not even that it's better. It's an awesome tribute. Like she changed enough of it so it's her version, but it's still keeps true to the song. Like, no, man, it's a great song.
Okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'm just, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna play the ignorant card here because I'm not gonna say I haven't heard it. I probably have heard it, but I was probably either A, disgusted that somebody had the nerve to remake that song, or B, oh, okay, it's just okay. That's probably my it was either A or B. If it was a C, I completely ignored it. So yeah, I mean that happens when you don't have women in your life. For real, for
If
real.
you heard it, and was completely disgusted by it, like you were just trying to be a hater, because like
I mean,
she pays so much tribute to it that you just trying to be a hater if you do. But now it's one thing if you're just like, oh man, I wish somebody wouldn't have touched it. But if you're gonna do it, do it
well,
justice,
that's
and that's I feel like that's what she did.
and that's probably what it probably was more that. It's because I do feel like there are some tracks that like never should be touched. I don't need a remix. I don't need anybody else ever singing this shit. Like, hey, no. like honestly, it's if a thought process, if a thought came into your head to remake this, it should be a hard automatic no or a slap in the face. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like that's how I feel about certain tracks, such as like even if it's your own track, I feel like look, man, the best thing that Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, and Jazzy Jeff never did was to remake "Summertime." Oh my god, it probably would have been so horrible, and it would just been like they tried too hard. Because sometimes you gotta let some shit speak for itself, man. That's just like movies. Like there's a reason why nobody's remade Jaws because you would not do well with it. I don't care how much CGI you put in it, but that's beside the point. So, all right, Moby. So you're about to tell us you were about to tell us who you first of all you said you don't think anybody
No, I don't think anybody
alive
could.
right now could make a
Yeah.
summer jam.
Nope. Not that would have the universal appeal that some of the classic jams that you're thinking about would have. Like I said, I think Beyonce might be the only person that can do it right now.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. That doesn't mean that that's necessarily, but you asked about an artist who've already done it. Because the truth of the matter is, most of those cult classic songs, when they happen, it's like a fluid thing. It just happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be a particular artist,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't think any of the artists that have those tracks have the appeal to make another track like that would get the cookout going like that.
Okay. So with that being said, before I have you continue on the other one, if you're listening, hey, why don't you hit us up on the board? Tell us what you think about the question. Do you think anybody could come out with something? And honestly, before Mo B gets to the second part of his answer, I do have a question for him, and y'all can answer it too. What do you feel is the last summer jam that ever came out? You know, so it's one of those things. Like, I can be honest, I have not really listened to terrestrial radio in quite a while. So, you know, the only one I can remember is like, unfortunately, the Pied Piper Step in the Name of Love. I mean, that's like the only one I can remember. I know there's got to be something after that shit, but
I would say Beyonce Before I Let Go version is more relevant, more recent, because that was a couple years ago.
Okay. I mean, Soulja Boy, you're right. That's been longer than that. Wow. I saw that video yesterday. It aged me. So, all right.
You talking about like cookout? All right, so
Just joints that you can play in the summer that everybody be dancing. Cause like, let's be real, man.
First of all, that's a kind of, you could really do that with almost any of the line dance songs that are out right now, because for some reason people love them. Vic Wobble, like you can put that on right now. Yeah, people gonna get busy.
Yeah, some people doing the wobble like they shouldn't, and stuff. But KB Echo says Sexy Red. Nah, I'm playing. First of all, no. I wouldn't know what to do if I heard a good Sexy Red.
Okay, here's the thing. Have you heard the song that has all the Shawn Michaels memes to it?
No. Is that Sexy Red track?
Yeah. And here's the thing. I even saw a video with Shawn Michaels and Sexy Red together.
It's probably good.
Yeah, because like it's her song that's out, and they have like Shawn Michaels' entrance, like how he moves to the entrance. Oh, it is chef's kiss.
The visual's dope, but the song still sucks.
Look, man, the song is what it is, man. Like just because I'm not necessarily into the music, the bass line and like the visuals all I see now when I hear it. So I don't even think about the song now. I just think about Shawn Michaels coming out with the entrance, and I'm just like, basically, man, it's perfect.
So you see the video, you hear the bass line. If you could just take her words out, that shit fire.
Her words are what they are, man. And her words are actually relevant to, like, the hook is he want to hang with a bad bitch. Like, and it's trust me, man, when this show's over, I'm just gonna be like, hey, just pull the shit up, man, and just tell me you don't have a little bit of joy at seeing this shit with Shawn Michaels, man.
Man, selling your soul just can't be worth this. It just can't. I mean, I guess that's what you got to do to get the young audience. So it is what it is.
I mean, it's not even that. It's just she's actually a wrestling fan.
No, I know that. I'm just, trust me, I know that. It's God, I wish I didn't know that, but I knew that, and that's too much I know about her already. Because I watch NXT.
Man, if you're gonna be a fan of a great wrestler, like at least be a fan of that guy.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels is
All
legit.
timer, man. All timer.
Yeah.
And I know I'm biased because he's my favorite. I've never hid the fact that he's my favorite.
Oh, he is definitely, his theme song is definitely top 2. Without question. And it's probably number 1 for the most part. I mean, every once in a while, another song might sneak in there for like 10 minutes. But yeah, man, his joint is dope. And everybody, once you hear the women, man, everybody know who that is. So, I mean, KB Yako's agreeing with you, man. He said the beat is crazy on that Sexy Red track. And you're muted. What'd you say?
Lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. Every time I hear that bass drop, I'll be like, yo, that shit is fire, man.
Damn it. I hate both of you. Now I gotta listen to that trash. All right. So you told us that there's no one really alive who can make a new Summer Jam track. I can't wait to tell you who I think. But wishful thinking, you said you had a wishful thinking answer. What would that be?
Wishful thinking answer is somebody who he's made so many jams, but I don't know if any of them. I don't know.
I swear to God, if you say the same dude I have, I'm gonna flip the fuck out.
No, I'm just saying I don't know if he's made like an actual. He's made a lot of summer jams, but I don't know if they're like cookout appropriate summer jams. But I feel like he's got the appeal where if he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a cookout classic. I think T-Pain could do it, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, I think T-Pain could do it.
I agree. That's
because he has
really
such
good.
He has such a universal fan base now.
Yeah.
At this point in time, like I think T-Pain could pull it off.
I think he could too. And I mean, the master of the auto tune, the man did it better than Roger, man. Like, what the hell? And when Roger did it, everybody was like, what the fuck is that? Now T-Pain was like, hold my beer. And he made that shit. I mean, when you got Britney Spears doing auto tune, bro, you done something. So yeah, man. It's hard not to agree with that movie. It is hard not to agree with T-Pain. If T-Pain made a summer jam today, that shit could be fire. Because he'll come out with nothing that's not fire.
The thing is, he would just have to make it clean enough. Or at least have to have a good radio edit where you could get away with playing at the cookout.
Look, man, as long as they don't drop fuck or motherfucker, they should play that shit on the radio.
No, it's not about that. But at the cookout, like, look, man, there's still some people that got respect at the cookout, and you not trying to play no busted wide open shit for the folks. So like I said, as long as it has a strong radio version where it's like, hey, it cleans up nicely.
Yeah, nah, man, that's a good look.
Because think about it, like Back That Ass Up can get played at the cookout. You know why? Because it's Back That Thing Up. Man, there's a radio version.
There's nothing that gets women out of seats. It don't matter how old you are.
I witnessed it last night too, man. It was beautiful.
It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how big you are, how small you are. It don't matter none of that shit, man. Every woman wants to back that thing up when that song comes on. That might be the best summer classic song ever.
No. Hands down. When it played, my wife looked at me and she was like, "You're right." And I was just like, "Yeah," because I've called it for years. I said it's the most unifying song ever created. There has never been a more unifying song with women than that song.
You are 100% right.
I was in a concert hall that had women ranging from early 20s to 60. That jump came on, and it was every woman was on their feet moving. Whether you wanted to see it or not, it was moving. They didn't care. They was just like, hey, this is about us.
So Moby Mocha Cowboys, like, where were you at last night, bro?
So I was at I was in DC, and it was a concert by a group, Orchestra Noir. They're a black orchestra, and they play they have tribute. So they did a whole 90s, early 2000 R&B hip hop tribute orchestra
Just
thing.
with no words, just with music.
Nope, all music.
That's pretty dope.
And the crowd pretty much sings most of the songs because all the songs are so identifiable. And
Was
before
it
they
outside
went,
or
no, it was in
okay?
that's all Warner Theater in DC. So they were playing, and they have like an intermission where DJ plays for a little while, and before they went to intermission, they did a whole bunch of 90s stuff at first, and he was like, all right, before we go to intermission, we can't go to intermission without playing the song that unified the 90s and the 2000s.
That's
the
hilarious.
2000.
2000. So
and
hold
they
on,
played
man.
it, and everybody I was just like, yo, this, and they were playing with the instruments too. They were playing it with
I was gonna
instruments.
say, you're saying this is a black orchestra?
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
String. It's one of the dopest. It's like a big HBCU party. Because it's like a big HBCU party. Like think about every black halftime show with instruments and like magnified by 1,000 because they got strings, they got all the instruments, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And dudes are missing out. Like, look, I was there with my wife, but dudes are missing. Look, let me not say dudes. Let me be real genuine with you for
People.
like, no. We're just hear me out.
Oh Jesus,
niggas is missing.
I knew you're gonna say that. I knew
it. Let me tell you why, man. Because like, look, I get it. The fact that the thing said orchestra noir eliminated like so many niggas from even thinking about going to something like this. But I promise
that was the purpose.
I promise you, my guy, it was like a ratio in there of like 25 women to every dude.
Oh man, you best believe it.
It was just like, dog, like y'all do it, and a good group of them guys that were there that weren't there with the young lady were gay, so they weren't even really competition for y'all. And I wasn't even saying that as a joke. I'm just saying, like, the amount of straight men that were there without their significant other, there might have been 6 dudes in there that weren't there with their significant other and were straight. So basically, it was just a whole bunch of women shaking their ass, having the time of their motherfucking life, drinking sloppy drunk girls, like, and
Jesus.
dudes would probably die to be in a room like this.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
The fact that it said orchestra, niggas was checked out, and I was just like, man, y'all niggas is missing.
Thanks for inviting me, man. Because I would have.
Man, look, man, I was on a date night, man. What you talking about, man?
I mean, that's true. Yeah, I ain't about to be nobody's third wheel. Hell, that. I don't know how dudes can even do that, but that is a conversation for another day. We not getting into that conversation.
If anybody wants to go to a bomb ass 2.5 hours of just party, if Orchestra Noir is going anywhere near you, man, highly recommend it. Good ass time. Okay. I will go see them again tomorrow.
Did you find them or did your wife find them?
No, I found it.
How'd you find it? Just by accident?
I saw a video of them. I don't even know how I saw the video. I saw the video of them like a long time ago. And I was like, man, that shit looked kind of dope. So I just looked up and they were like, oh, they're going to be in DC. Bet.
Got the tickets. Hey, wife, we going out.
And this is like the 3rd time they've been in DC too. So I was like, hey, bet.
Nice. Well, good stuff, man. It's good to have a date night with your wife. Yeah, get out the house, dress up a little bit, because you can't be going there and no Timbs and stuff.
You probably could have gotten there with Tim, but
yeah, but it's an orchestra. You ain't trying to do that. That's why niggas can't be there, because they gotta wear clothes, and some don't wear clothes.
It wasn't really a dress code, man. Like I said, man, it was really like a HBCU homecoming, man. Like I said, so I'm not saying there weren't dudes there, but I'm saying most of the dudes were in the same category I was in. They was there with their significant other.
Well, of course, yeah.
And any focus that they had was geared towards the show or the
And
person they were with,
yeah,
and you had to see everything else with your peripherals. You know what I'm saying? You had to, like, head on a swivel. Can't
you
focus
had to
on
slide
anything
check.
too long.
Yeah, you had to do slide checking every once in a while. Hey, what's up, babe? Oh shit! Like, cool. Well, good stuff, man. Well, I'm glad y'all had a good time. I assume the wife had a good time as well.
Oh yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
it was a
good,
dope show.
good. So, all right. So you said T-Pain. So the guy I have, I don't think he's ever made a summer jam that I can remember that was any good. He has made, I guess he made a summer jam. I personally like it, but it was everybody hated that shit. Like the world hated it because they stupid. But whatever. Teach his own. But this guy has made many bangers in the past, and he appeals to everybody, like everybody. And I think if he got with a producer, like if he got with Tim and stuff, and Missy wrote some hot shit for him, bro, I think he could come out. I think he could come out with a new album, but it is a reclamation project because it's been a minute since this dude came out with anything. Go ahead, laugh, but I think I feel confident in his statement. I just think that he needs the right people around him, and I think he can make a banger. It's MC Hammer, man. I think MC Hammer can make a banger, especially now that a lot of people know who he is. But yo, man, I can tell. First of all, can I just say, and I've said before in this show, yo, shout out to Geico. Whoever is their marketing department, fucking awesome. That Geico commercial with him in it is funny as shit. And even looks like the motherfucker can still dance. And it's just like, I'm just saying, man. Timbo on the beat, Missy with the legs. I think they could create a banger for MC Hammer. I ain't saying to bring his career all the way back. I'm just saying one track for the summer. I mean, look, man, we can say what we want, but those of us who remember, hey, man, if you can remember, you were too legit to quit. And Lord knows, everybody sung that shit. And that might have been one of the most basic songs ever. And that $5 million video was fucking phenomenal. So, there it is. Moby, you're thinking. I don't know if you're thinking good stuff or bad stuff. But the fact that it looks like you're pondering, you almost feel like you're trying to wrap your head around it. But you're not like, yeah, but you're also not like, nah.
No, not at all. Like, not even close.
Really?
Not even close. Now, if you would ask this question 30 years ago, sure. But now MC Hammer is a novelty. And that's the problem. It can't be a novelty because the novelty act is not going to make a universal enough a song to have the big appeal. Because novelties are only appealing to people who collect those novelties. It's not big across the board. So it's got to be somebody that's big across the board. He's not. You be making you're trying to make a huge hit for a minimal target audience. Because like you had to preface if you were there. If you got to preface it with if you were there, then they ain't big enough.
So I figured you would say that.
If I ask Kira about MC Hammer, she'll know because she's an old soul. I ask Cadence, she'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Even if I play the song, she'll be like, "Oh, I heard that song before. It's kind of a joke." Now, I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm just saying if you're gonna make a universal cookout music banger that it has to touch all across the board, he can't do it because you gotta have enough of a fan base to touch everybody, and you can't have a part of a fan base that looks at you as a novelty or that proactively dislikes you. And the younger people proactively dislike any hip hop pre Jay-Z. Any hip hop pre Jay-Z, I promise you, most of the youth are just like, to them, it might as well be Curtis Blow. Like it just all of it sounds the same to them.
Moco Cowboy. I don't agree either, but half of the marketing is name recognition.
And so you know what? You're not wrong on that. So once again, I get it, but I'm just saying it's still only going to touch a target audience. Like you said, the Geico commercial works because they treat it like a novelty. Basically, you're playing off the fact that he is a novelty act. It's like when you have Vanilla Ice in a commercial. It's a novelty act. It's not necessarily fair or unfair. It's not necessarily celebrating the career. It's just like, hey, you did this thing that one time that people liked.
But I would say, and this is my opinion, especially with the Geico, let's use the Geico commercial as a measuring stick. I would say, of all the people they had in those Geico commercials, the biggest one might have been MC Hammer. That might have been the biggest one.
You're not wrong on that.
And I'm once again, I mean, my thing is, like, I just feel like it you got to have a couple things to be a summer jam, right? You got to have a couple things. You got to have a beat. You got to have something. The lyrics got to be fire because it's got to catch you. But when it's all said and done, like, and then there's some name recognition as well. But hell, these days, we just proved that with Sexy Red. If you got a beat, you at least get a listen. And that's all I'm saying.
You weren't talking. You didn't. The question was it? Could you make a song that some people might like, or could you make a song that would be catchy? You said what could make a universal, broad, great summer. And I'm telling you, a broad summer jam. Broad summer jam means it has to go past your genre, past your normal fan base. I don't think it could do it. I think it would still be a novelty.
So are we saying that Hammer couldn't get the black people? Because I think he could get the white people.
I'm saying Hammer could only get a certain sect of people. He would get older people, and he'd get people that have like no familiarity with actual, like, what hip hop has evolved to, and they're just like, oh, I remember that happy song. Or why can't all the colored folk rap like this?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, but if you put him on a song with Lil Somebody, I mean,
but then you're minimizing the appeal even more. Like you gotta make a broad audience for like. Matter of fact, just give me what you would consider like a really, really big, broad spectrum summer jam or a cookout jam.
I would think, I would say, for me, a summer jam requires a couple different things. One, it's got to be listenable. Two,
I'm not asking you to define it. I'm asking you to tell me a song that you put in this category, so then we can dissect it from there.
Oh, so you brought one up earlier, like the wobble. Like, Vic, I think these days it's a lot about movement and it's a lot about dancing. You got to be able to dance to it, like it's got to be a link dance, and that's why.
Do you? Because would you consider like some of them old Al Green songs, dance songs? But you could throw them at a cookout and people with it.
Which one are we talking about? I mean, because most cookout jams and stuff like that requires, like, you got to move in some form or fashion. Like, even if you stand still and you move, you're moving. It makes you want to move, And it just so happens as the years progressed, they became more of line dancing songs, which I agree with you. That's why the things like the wobble work, because Lord knows if you can stand up and move in a square, you can wobble. Step to the Name of Love, same thing. Like, you don't got to move that much, even though it's made for the older people, but the younger people be messing with it a little bit too. So I guess that's what I'm talking about, or something that you can play in your car going down the street, like Summertime. There ain't no really jam, like dance jam to that, but it's smooth. And it's something that everybody can get into. So yeah, I'm just saying right now, I agree with you. I think the dances, like the physical movement is a heavy part of summer jams now than it was when we were growing up.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not really a requirement because Al Green "Love and Happiness" comes on. It ain't really a dance song, but man, that
Well,
shit.
yeah, but if they under 35, or let's say they're under 30, they ain't doing nothing with that. Like you said, they ain't doing nothing with that.
It gets played at the cookout because everybody is okay with it. That's the requirement. It's not about does everybody necessarily love this genre. This song transcend the genre. It cookout appropriate. Like we everybody has a cookout appropriate playlist. It's like, hey, this is cookout appropriate. Like, and that song has to be like all the Motown stuff, cookout appropriate, because young folk are all right with it, old folk are all right with it. You put MC Hammer, young folk and old folk ain't gonna be okay with it. Old folk will be okay with it. Young folk will not.
Well, I would say it's so weird, right? Because like we all have different definitions of the cookout. Yeah. But for me, a lot of it's just music.
Do we have different? Because I promise
I think we do to a point.
If we was like, hey man, pull out 10 cookout classics, I promise
we did that last year,
and there was a ton of overlap.
It wasn't a ton. It was some. I do remember it was some overlap. But those were the obvious
overlap, man.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought the point of this question was like an obvious cookout jam, and like you got to be able to touch all of the touch points for the cookout classic, man.
But
not just a song that could get played on the radio that some people might like in the summer. Because I can name thousands of songs that did that.
Well, but
MC Hammer had a song that did that. Pumps in a Bump. Like, people.
First of all,
there's some people who love that jam.
I mean, I love that jam, but I ain't playing nobody's cookout. That's just me, though. I wouldn't play that cookout.
Once again, I promise you, there's somebody that will.
I'm pretty sure
that Oaktown 357 would.
Okay. Now, Oaktown 357, the one song they came out with, hell yeah! Like, every kid would be like, "What the fuck is this?" But I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because that, first of all, that shit is it. I mean, the one song they came out with wasn't horrible. It wasn't good, but it wasn't horrible. And back then, that was just a real thing. As long as it wasn't ass horrible, it got played. Because Lord knows, JJ Fad had one song, and that was okay. The rest of that album was trash.
Man, Supersonic goes, bro.
And that's the only song that that JJ Fad came out with.
You're saying it was okay. I'm telling you, that shit goes, bro. That shit goes.
Look, I'm not gonna deny that.
Shout out to Dre. That shit goes.
I mean, yeah, that.
Look. I'm not saying top-notch lyricism happens on that song. I'm saying that song goes, though. You know what I'm saying? Some songs just have it. You know what I'm saying? That was one of them.
You got your 60-year-old aunt singing that joint, man, at the cookout if they play it, and it's just like, really? Yeah, you still know that shit?
And back then and today, it's not like great lyrics are a requirement for a good song.
No, because
we've discussed
today.
It, not even today. We've discussed it back then. Even some of the people that you liked were really not good rappers
Oh
or really not good lyricists. Let me not say rap because rap is
man,
there's a
lyricism
lot
ended a
of
long time ago.
overlap in what people consider rap. You know,
Yes.
cadence matters, delivery, a lot of all that shit matters. But if we were just breaking down lyrics, I promise you, if somebody was just like, "Hey man, I'm gonna type out all the Beastie Boys lyrics," you'd be like, "What the fuck were they talking about half the time?"
I mean, yeah, but at least it rhymed. I listen to a lot of BC Boys today, actually. Kind of scary. But yeah, all I'm saying is, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree, but I'm just saying the right circumstances, I think the man could do something. I'm
I
just saying
think
the
MC
right
Hammer
circumstances.
definitely could make a novelty summer hit right now, where it would be big enough for people to be like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool that this dude that ain't had a relevant song in 30 years made this jam."
Hey man, that's all you need though. That's
No,
all you need.
I get it, but I just don't know if like 5 years from now we'd be like, "Oh man, there is a cookout banger we gotta play." Like I'm just nah, that doesn't mean it wouldn't happen because I don't think anybody who heard Vic rap before would be like, "Man, he would have a song that would get played forever." Like,
Man,
but
talking about tripping
he
and falling on your face
he
on some
got a
shit.
song that will play forever.
That dude tripped and fell on his face
And,
and got a
and to
song.
be honest, I like his song "Silly" better.
Yeah, I get silly. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. I just started doing that because that song was funny. But yeah, like I didn't know he did the wobble at first, and I was just like, why did he come out with this shit last? Like he should have probably started with this. But okay, I mean
Hey,
that's
man,
fine.
you never know when something's gonna hit, man. That's why, like, as much as I disagree with your Hammer assertion, I'm not saying it could happen. You know what I'm saying, man? I would have a hard time believing it would happen because of who Hammer is.
I mean, because let's be real, bro. Before the video Too Legit to Quit came out, everybody was probably just like, meh. And then that $5 million video, it's about $1 million, but it feels like it was $5 million. For the time, it was probably like, it felt like $5 million. When that shit came out, that changed everything for that song. I mean, you got Deion Sanders out there, Too Legit to Quitting, and a whole bunch of other people that I don't remember. And I mean, the man's dancing like he about to die. Like, yo, if I'm dance, what is it? I'm dying on the dance floor. That's how MC Hammer was in that video. And I mean, that shit was crazy. But the lyrics was very pedestrian.
I mean, once again, it won't.
But it wasn't about that. It was about how hard the song hit. And then once you saw the visual, like you said, I mean, when you hear the song, all you thinking about is what you saw.
That and I mean, you know, elephant in the room, and not no fault of his own, and it's not even a negative thing. I mean, the truth is that song got big because white people jumped on it. White people was like, "Hey, this is fun."
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know who's not complaining? That guy.
No,
But you
once
know,
again, I wasn't saying that to be a diss, but I'm just saying,
no,
like,
no.
you know, look, man, when white people jumped on the hit something with hip hop, like this shit was gonna blow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I think, hey, man, T-Pain and Hammer can't come out with a track. Yo, if that shit would have happened, we would have set. We be telling history, telling
Like
the
I
future.
said, I think T-Pain could pull it off. I mean, there are a couple other artists that might be big enough. Like I said, I know Beyonce could do it again.
Yeah, because it's Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly. Because just like you said,
It could be
it's
absolute shit and it wouldn't matter.
yeah. But here's the thing: I don't think Beyonce. I'm gonna say this, and you might not agree with this, but like truthfully, I don't know if Beyonce is capable of coming out with bad shit because she has such a machine behind her as far as like production and like Beyonce would have to work harder to make a terrible song than she does to make a great song. And that's not a shade on her because she's super fucking talented. Like let's just hard stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they got the best production money can fucking buy, man. They got it because every great songwriter, every great producer would fucking
Once.
cut off part of their body to
Yeah.
just work on a song with her. So it's like, yeah, man, it'd be hard for her to make like a complete dud.
Yeah, and she's not.
She might make a song that you'd be like, oh man, it ain't really my speed. But like a
It's
song
gonna be somebody's speed.
yeah, for a song that's gonna come out and everybody's gonna be like Universal, man, this shit's trash. I just can't see it happening.
I mean, look, she's at least smart enough to realize, look, if she's not gonna make the critical error that she is better than she is above everything like Kanye West did. She ain't about to do that shit. And genre change or not. I mean, hell, she made a country album and that bitch won a country music award. Just let that shit sink in, bro. She won a country music award. She won a CMA off of an album, a country album that she made like what 4 years ago. Get out of here with that, man. I mean, so like, yeah.
Is that really surprising?
I mean,
and the reason I say is it really surprising because it's like, yo, man, she is so big. Beyonce is truly reached the I'm too fucking big to fail.
Well, yeah, I would definitely say that. Yes, but once again, she did not fall to hubris, and nobody around her allowed her to fall to hubris. Whereas everybody just said, "Hey, man, do what you want." Kanye West, man, and it's just like, and I mean, I'm sorry, man. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but bro, that album was super trash.
Well, here's the thing about here's a difference. Because Kanye does everything himself, who's ever really there to tell him no? And what I mean is, like, when you're a producer, when you're doing all this, and you've been super successful, now there aren't people in place to tell you no. Like, not saying Beyonce doesn't write songs, not saying she hasn't contributed to production, but she ain't in that bitch doing it, cooking it herself. Like, Kanye was in that bitch cooking everything he did for the most part himself. So now he's reached a point where, like, yeah, we outside can be like, yo, man, this shit's trash, but he the chef. So like he's doing like where Beyonce doesn't have that problem. Now, I'm not saying Beyonce couldn't get that problem, because if Beyonce went to the company and was like, look, I want to produce and do everything by myself, she's big enough where ain't nobody gonna tell her no either.
I mean, true, but like, I guess. This is some episode 1 and 2 shit right here. All I'm going to say is I get that. I understand that. I think the biggest question is somebody told this motherfucker yes. Like,
who
yo,
do you
man.
mean somebody told him yes?
So, cuz, man, like, to me, I just feel like none of his people, like, if it comes out
what
that he
people
releases,
are you talking about?
Hold on, listen to me. If it comes out that he did this shit himself and he put it out and he had no one listen to it at all, okay. But if anybody listened to this album and looked at him and was like, yo, man, that shit's fire, they need to be gotten rid of in a hurry. Because there were only 2 tracks up there that were good. And just so happens Timbaland produced one of them, because regardless of whatever bullshit he was doing, Timbaland saying, I ain't going out like that. That's not what we doing. It's the same joint with Ty Dolla $ign on it, and that is the best track on that album. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's the best track on that album. All I'm saying is, yo, if he'd have said, this is 14-year-old me, and I did all shit when I was 14, and I added like 2 tracks to it, word, I'm with you. That shit was pedestrian for his standards. And that's what disappointed me in the whole thing. Because you produce all this other shit, that's phenomenal. And you produce your own shit like you don't know how to produce a damn thing? Come on, man.
And let me give you I'm gonna give you pushback, because I think your perspective is so emotionally skewed based on how you feel. Where I'm gonna say, you're like, if somebody listened to this and told him it was good, I'm telling you, since he came out, since the beginning, there
Yeah.
were people listening to his shit saying it wasn't good. From day one, he's had tons of people listening to his shit saying it's not good, it'll never make it. And all that's happened since is he's been fucking successful. Everything he dropped for a long time was on the mountaintop. So at this point in time, even if somebody in the studio was like, this shit's trash, why the fuck would he listen to them? Because at this point in time, he's made a successful career out of not listening to hating ass motherfuckers. So there's nobody left. There's nobody that's going to be able to tell this irrational idiot, yo, this is trash. Even if it is.
Well,
He's never going to believe you. He's never going to believe anyone. So you're like, why did somebody tell him yes? Nobody told him no, because at this point in time, he ain't listening to nobody because he got successful by not listening to anybody.
Okay, understand. This is the last question. We'll move on. Do you feel that the production in that album was remotely near the production in the College Dropout?
I'm trying to figure out how. No, I'm trying to figure out how I want to answer this question. I feel like very similar to the College Dropout. His production was unlike anything else that was relevant at the moment, which is why he became big, because he was doing things production wise that other people weren't necessarily doing. I mean, it might have been people dabbling in it, but nobody was doing it the way he did it.
Okay.
So production wise, based on his own standards, yeah, because he was trying to do something that sounded different than everything that was out. Mission accomplished. Now, if you're asking me, do I like the production? No, I didn't like the production. But I'm not going to say the production wasn't quality-wise, because I don't think this dude is incapable of hearing how the production. I'm telling you, that shit sounded exactly how he wanted it to sound. And it's not because the production was bad. It was because the music wasn't that appealing. But the production was fine. I promise you, the levels were just how he wanted it. Everything was cleaned up the exact way he wanted it. He was just trying to be different. And he feels like the only way he can be relevant is to be outlandish, which makes him come off as sounding stupid and emotional, and then he doubled down on the I'm bipolar part, really giving people who are bipolar a really bad name, because it's like, yo, just because you're bipolar doesn't mean you have to like now sign up to be a fucking idiot. But that has nothing to do with his music.
Hey, you're right. Being bipolar doesn't make you not a bitch.
I'm sorry I dropped the F-bomb. My mom says I say the F word way too much up here. But Mom, we're talking about Kanye, and you can't for a second tell me that some of the stuff that he said haven't made you, Mom, want to be like, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
I think that's fair. That's a fair assessment. So, yeah. I mean, hey. We'll end with that. I agree with that. So we'll end with that. I mean, but it's that time, y'all. Summer cookouts. Make sure you got your Summer Jam playlist. And like I said, if you need one, check us out on Spotify. Put in 5-minute warning. Yes.
Usher probably could do it.
Oh, without question.
Yeah,
that's low hanging fruit. Because I don't think Usher's gone.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's not
enough.
gone.
As I said, I think he's relevant enough with young and old. He can make it happen.
Yeah. So, and that's why I on purpose. Like I didn't even include him in this because he's kind of still relevant. So,
I got one just because I don't want us to all like just be stuck on, basically black artists. Yeah. No, Maroon 5, I think could pull one off.
Well, and I think but they're also still around too. They just came out an album like last year or something.
once
I haven't
again,
listened to all that.
it's not
Yeah.
about are you still around. It's like, but I think their appeal is still relevant enough with some of the younger people, and definitely with the older. I think Maroon 5 could do it.
Yeah, I think the question was more about people in the past, more or less, to come back and just do something that ain't done
And
nothing in a minute.
you said Maroon 5 just dropped an album last year.
Last
Give
year,
me
something like
give
that.
me a single.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't
Exactly.
listened. I didn't listen to it,
Which means
but I don't think they're not relevant.
They're not really. I promise you, they probably haven't released anything that's been top 100 since that V album came out. Yeah,
It was like 5 years. I mean, so I am a Maroon 5 fan. I won't be honest with you. I'm not up on like their albums and stuff. I know that joint they did with Cardi B was dope. That track they did with her, and I think that's probably like 3-4 years ago. Girls like me, girls like us.
like I said, the V
Yeah.
album was 2014, Ruben. That shit was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but they've come out with more music since then, and I know that Cardi B album, that Cardi B track is at least. I don't think it's more than 5 years old, and I consider that relevant. Because because Cardi B has been out herself for like what, 8 years, maybe.
Yes,
Yeah, so I would consider that relevant. Now the Wiz Khalifa joint is much older than that, so I wouldn't count that. But I know they came out with an album, I think either last year or the year before, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't listen to terrestrial radio, so yeah, I'm an old head, so every once in a while I run into new music, but for the most part I don't listen to new music, so I'm sad. Kebiago said Breezy could do it. Once again, I don't think Breezy is out. I wouldn't consider him to be old enough because he came on the album a couple years ago too. So it's like him and Drake, I feel like they're still around. So like I don't consider them back then, because they're still relevant. So, but yes, he could. I mean, that dude can do what he wants to do. It's whether he chooses to do that or not, and that's the only opinion you're going to get about Chris Brown from me, because this is a family show and a lot of people out like Chris Brown. So I've buried that hatchet years ago. So with that being said, what's on your mind, Moby?
Man, I already talked about the Orchestra Noir concert, but I'm gonna go back to it because, and we talked about music too, so it's funny that this is kind of what I was thinking. So the tribute concert was about 90s and 2000s music, early 2000s music, and me and my wife just posed the question to each other. We were just like, "Yo, man, what's gonna happen in 20 years, man, with our kids? Like what music are they gonna listen to 25 years from now and be like, oh man, nostalgia?" And like I get it. I'm an old dude, so I don't know about all the drill music stuff that my daughter Cadence listens to that she gets hyped to, but it just doesn't feel like it has the ability to like 25 years from now be played and everybody be like, oh, that was the jam. Like it kind of makes me sad. Like it's like, yo, what are y'all gonna play? Because first of all, playing the 90s and the early 2000s, there was something really relevant. There was love, there was happiness, there was a lot of music about like feel good happiness. And I'm like, that shit don't exist no more. Like really, it's just a bend over, bitch. Let me spend this money on you, or niggas ain't shit. That's pretty much like I just covered all of the spectrum of radio right now, or poppy music right now. So I'm just like, man, what are they gonna listen to? Like in 2045? Like what concert are my kids gonna go to and be like, oh, that's when music was music? Please, somebody enlighten me, because from what I hear, and I am I super plugged in to like what the kids are listening to now? Not super plugged in, because I got a job. Ain't anybody got time to be digging through the crates to find these music releases on Spotify, because it seems like niggas drop albums on Spotify and nobody ever even gets radio play anymore. But I just don't see or hear any of these artists aging well. And I don't think anybody accused us of that in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't think anybody was like, oh man, this Back That Ass Up is not going to age well. Like, I don't think anybody heard Cisco's Thong Song and was like, oh, they'll never play this 15 years from now.
Hilarious.
Like, somebody please make some good music for these kids today. And when I say good music, it ain't got to be shit that I like. I don't mean, I'm not trying to sound like that old person that's like, oh, I want y'all to make music that appeals to me. Like, just make music that like has feelings again, because I don't think what's out right now invokes anything but like anger and depression. And I get it, art imitates life, but at some point, is life just starting to imitate the art? And that's all I got, man.
Hey, man, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's funny. 2045, the Rolling Stones will probably be still touring. Yep, because Keith Richards still will not be dead. He has taken enough drugs to make his body live another 20 years. He'll be the oldest dude on the planet. Like, shout out to Keith Richards.
I mean, here's the thing. He might actually already be dead, but the drugs have just like kept his body in motion.
I mean, yeah, that's a dude. Unfortunately, when it's his time, his body needs to be studied by all of medicine, because the amount of stuff that he is taking is amazing. That dude not even walks, man. It is amazing that he is coherent in life. That means God loves him. Or the devil's got a lot of work for him to do. One of the two. I don't know which, but somebody appreciates him. Two things, right? So the music thing, I want to touch on that. Today I had the I don't know if it was a good thing or bad thing, but I'm listening to my stuff and Becky comes on. The song Becky by what's his name? Plies.
I'm sorry.
So I mean, no, I think the song is hilarious. So it is what it is. The man ain't got no real skill, but the shit's hilarious. And we all know what Becky means, so we don't need to get into that. If you don't know what Becky means, go ahead, look in your Urban Dictionary. They'll be glad to give you a definition. So I was like, oh, there's a video for this song. Mo B, have you ever seen the video to Becky?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay. Most people probably have not.
Is that the one where he's by the pool?
And he ended up driving a convertible down the street? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have seen it. Wow. I'm mad that I fucking remember that. Not because I don't think the song is hilarious, because it fucking is. It is a hilarious song, but it's just I just despise him as an artist.
I mean, look, man, everybody be fake out here, so you can't be mad at him, not be mad at everybody else. So I'm watching this video for the first time in years, like probably 30 years. Okay, 20 years. I'm not that goddamn old. But so I'm watching this video, and of course, there are women in the video, which makes sense. Cool. I get it, because the name of the song and the purposes for the song Of course, there are white women in there dancing and singing the track and all that stuff. Like, cool, understand it. What I didn't understand was the black women dancing, and not like choreographed dancing, like normal black women dancing and singing the song. I didn't understand that because the song itself, and correct me if I'm wrong, Moby, but the song itself is about, you know, getting fellatio from a white woman.
Uh,
Well,
I
getting
think
fellatio,
yeah,
basically.
but I think in broader terms, it's just about getting oral.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think the part of it with the name Becky is basically he's kind of saying that black women don't get head, and that's, I think, is what he's saying. But
or
I
that
ain't plies.
or that white women are
Do it
more
more.
enthusiastic about doing it.
Yes. So I just didn't understand why the black women were dancing and singing the song. It just didn't make sense to me.
Because they were paid to be in the video.
I mean, I understand that, but I
think you're reading too much into it.
I just think that didn't make sense, and they should have put it in the video.
You're reading too much into it.
Sure, I mean, which is fine. But that was just my point. I was just like, this video makes sense. White woman walking down the street, jogging or whatever. She had a fat booty, and you holler at her, as Plies was hollering at. I get it. Like, makes sense. Everyone's in a line for Plies. You see a whole bunch of white women dancing, whatever, shaking their ass, whatever. Cool, I get it. But then I didn't understand the black woman doing the same thing and singing the chorus. So I was just kind of like, maybe they're just trying to be inclusive. So that's all I was saying for that. Yo, man, the cool thing about family is humbling. All right. So my aunt had her 88th birthday party today. 88, bro. Like, that's dope. She's been on this planet for 88 years. She's been alive on the planet for 88 years. That's crazy. And, you see a lot of family that you don't see a lot. I mean, for reasons. Everybody's got their own reasons why they don't see their family all the time. Stuff like that. Cousins, nephews, nieces, uncles, the whole aunts, the whole nine. But yo, man, family is humbling because at one point in time, you were a certain age and you were doing things. Now you're older and you see like your cousin's kids doing things like get married and, dating and all that. So like they're older now and, they're adults. And then you see other cousins that are older and they got little kids. And it's like, wow, wow, and it's just humbling, man, because like, regardless of how well you do in your life, how not well you do in your life, you know what, man, you get around family and none of that matters. They still love you for the person you are. You get picked on like it was 30 years ago. You still get the same ass jokes and whatever. I mean, you don't see people away. So like, if you lose weight, they're like, "Oh, you lost weight. Oh, I just bought bigger clothes." Whatever excuse you want to give, the whole nine. Like, so yeah, man, it's super dope for that because like, you can be like, "Man, I'm hot shit up in this bitch," and they made constant movies about family and how big you get doesn't matter. Your cousin who bothered you when you were 7 still bothers you when you're 37 and stuff like that. Right. So it's like, but it's dope. It's dope to get that kind of automatic check, and you also, and not just for that, but you also get that automatic love because sometimes maybe your life ain't going as great as you want it. But you know what? When you get around family, hey man, you know what? It's gonna be all right, boo. Like they gonna bring you back up, and at least my family. Like my hope is all families do, but at least my family is like that. So yeah, man, it's dope when you see family, and because when it's all said and done, family knows you. They know the truth about you, and when it's all said and done, man, they don't care. All they do is they love you because of your family. They bust your balls. They joke with you. You catch up, the whole nine. And hey, man, it is what it is. So I say all that to be like this, man. Love your family. Spend as much time with your family as you can. And don't be afraid of the summer family reunion. Because, you're always going to have some aunt there. I ain't seen you since you were a little big. And all this other shit. And, stay away from looking at your cousin the wrong way. Because they're your cousin. We can't be doing that. And your aunt. And everybody like that. So, yeah, man. But more importantly, family reminds you of who you are and where you came from. And it's a good time to never forget that. And just realize that, you know what? Regardless of all the positive and negative that happens to me, yeah, man, when it's all said and done, that family is going to love you for you. And hey, man, when it's all said and done, we all just want to be loved. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today on a brand new episode of 5 Minute Warning. Of course, hopefully AG will be back with us next week. He is in an undisclosed location, just like Moby was last week. We're glad he came back. Hopefully all three of us will be here because, we do what we do. And of course, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Every Sunday night, 9 p.m. This is how we do it, Eastern Standard Time too. So if you're on the West Coast, that's like 6 o'clock there. So it's cool. You can always check us out. And if you don't check us out live, you can always check us out on our page, 5minutewarning.com. We are here at any time for you to check up any episode. I mean, hell, we got over 300 of them. So there's going to be something for you and your family and your friends and all that. So once again, thank the JTD Creations. Hey, check them out on their Facebook page, JTD Creations on Facebook. Other than that, thank y'all for being here. Thank Mo B. And of course, as always, you know how we do. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, and do.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.